Hi there makeup addicts, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Sarah and today we're going to be doing a almost full face of new makeup. Hi everyone, so this is a bit impromptu because I was just about to get ready and do my makeup to film something else and thought to myself, well actually, I'm pretty sure I promised in my last video that I would show you this new makeup on my face instead of just the boxes of it. So this is me reliving that promise. So I've already done my brows because I do my brows every day regardless, and even if I had new brows it would be my old brows because I always use Decay brow blade. I use the shade Taupe and I am petrified that one day I'm going to go back to Decay and they've discontinued it because it's been out for a while and I don't really hear people talking about them. So it just makes me worry that they're going to discontinue it. Anyway, I've got loads of new stuff today. Some of it is actually new since my last video. Been on a bit of a spending spree this month. Anyway, the first thing is actually a brand new thing, and I got this for free. This is from Glossier, and this is Future Dew. I'd never heard of it, but from the way that they describe it, I think this is their version of Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter, because it tells you, without my glasses on, it tells you to apply 2 pumps all over the face as the last step of your skin routine. Add more to the high points of your face for extra glow. So it's a glowy thing. It's in a lovely bottle. Yeah, that didn't come out very nice. It's all like a bit oily. I 100% should have shaken it first. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. It also doesn't smell very nice. But actually, that being said, neither does Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter. That stuff stinks. So let's just give this another try. That's better. Now it just looks a bit like foundation. Realising I don't have a mirror. Oh, it smells horrible. Like, honestly, it smells horrible. I don't know whether it's because they haven't put fragrance in it. Wow, I'm shiny. Don't know if it's because they haven't put fragrance in it and they've just left it smelling of everything that's in it. But it stinks. It feels nice though. It feels very sticky. Feels very Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, if I'm honest. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm not only going to try all of this mostly new makeup, but I'm going to show you, like, I have a very specific way of putting my makeup on. It's like a layering way, and I don't know whether it was Tarte that showed me this. Actually, do you know what? I think it was that Scott Barnes video where he did all of the sculpting and then put the foundation on. And that's what I do. I put all my cream products on. I don't really care whether I get it right or wrong because afterwards I'm going to put my foundation on. And then through the day, I just feel like my makeup melts off a bit better, and melting off is definitely what makeup does these days because it's so warm, and it's still warm, just as an update. So the first actual makeup item I'm going to use today is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love this stuff. I'm still finishing up this old one. I really can't have much left in it. And I just put a bit under my eyes and then just anywhere else that I feel like I might need a little bit more coverage. And at the moment, actually, I feel like my skin's kind of okay. So that kind of works. Just going to blend that out with a beauty blender, a real beauty blender. There really aren't many beauty blenders, beauty sponges that I like that aren't beauty blenders. That being said, I very recently got this Real Techniques sponge, which is so soft and you're supposed to use it dry. This feels like a beauty blender when it's damp. I can't bring myself to like it. Do you know when your brain just can't comprehend that there's this sponge that feels like it's wet, but you're not supposed to wet it? It's so soft. It's almost like too soft that when you press it on your face, you can almost feel your fingers through it. It's incredibly soft. But give it a try if you fancy it. I think I got this for free as a free gift from Real Techniques for buying some brushes. Oh, which I'll actually show you as well because I got those. So we've done a bit of concealer. Now we're going to go in with our bronzer. This is that Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. Really nice packaging. Really big pan. I mean, like, it's massive. This is in shade Fair. And to put this on, I actually specifically use this new brush that I've got. And this is one of Real Technique's new vegan range. However, I've just washed this for the first time and it is impossible to get it back to its original yellow. It's still got stains of the bronzer in it. So, and I do tend to have this issue with coloured bristled brushes. Coloured bristled brushes? Yeah, that's the thing. But if you do buy these brushes, just a word of warning that it's really difficult to get it back to its yellowness. And I really did try. I washed it about 3 times and still it stayed brown. So I wish that they would just release them like black so it doesn't really matter. The other thing that I like about this bronzer is it comes with an enormous mirror and a really good quality mirror. I guess just like you'd expect from Charlotte Tilbury. But I put loads on my brush. I'm going to put this around the kind of contour areas, bronzy areas, just in swirly motions, and not being too bothered about the fact that I might put too much on, because I am going to put my foundation over this. I'm just going to take it around my hairline, all the way up to my forehead. I must admit I do use quite a lot. It's probably not the best thing in the world, but I just find that it blends out so easily that it's actually quite easy to just pile it on. But I've not actually used that many cream bronzers, but if they're like this, I'm definitely in. So it doesn't really matter that I might have put a bit too much on. Just get my hair out of the way. I find this brush is really nice for this. It's like just dense enough and not too fluffy. Next up, blusher, and I'm using this Rare Beauty liquid blush in Joy. And I'm actually not just going to put it on my face, because I did that the other day with the other shade and put way too much on. So I've just got a little bit, and literally a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to swirl this brush in it, starting out at the side of my face, work my way towards my cheek. Again, does not matter if you put a little bit too much on, because we want this to shine through foundation. And also, I don't think there's such a thing as too much makeup. I've seen that there's a bit of a trend these days of putting blush on your chin. I don't get it. Definitely not my thing. Definitely put too much blush on. It's okay. We're not panicking. Next is just a bit of highlight. I've also purchased recently the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. I have used this a couple of times. It's awesome. So we're just putting that up here on the high points of my cheek, and then I'm just going to blend that in. It literally just melts into your skin. I love it. Next up, we're actually going to put some foundation on. So this is all going to make sense in just a minute. And I am toing and froing between brushes and blenders for foundation at the moment, but generally I know that blenders always work for me. So it's a new foundation. I've not tried it yet. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, and I've got it in the shade 2 Neutral. I'm not convinced this is the right shade. It looks okay, but when I swatched it on my hand earlier on, it looked very yellow. So my camera just ran out of battery and I've got no idea how much we missed. It can't have been much, but either way, I'm not entirely convinced this is the right shade of foundation for me, but actually, we might be okay. I thought this was supposed to be quite a sheer foundation, but it's actually quite a thick consistency, so we'll see. This might just literally cover up everything I've just put on my face, but we'll find out in a sec. Just going to use a beauty blender. Actually, a little goes a long way. It's not hugely full coverage, in my opinion. I feel like I can still see this bit of contour through here really quite nicely, actually. Can't tell you how much I don't want to put makeup on my forehead, because it's just going to melt off. I think I actually need just a little bit more around here. I would say about a pump and a half of this is probably right for your whole face. I don't know whether it's actually too dark or just too yellow. Either way, the finish is nice. I understand why people like it. You can like see your skin through it, but it just looks really nice. However, my theory of putting everything on under my foundation has to be completed by then putting powder versions of those things on as well. So throughout the day, if it's just warm or just through general wear, as your makeup wears away, those layers that you've got on, like keep your makeup game up, if that makes sense. Also, I have fairly oily skin in my like T-zone anyway, and I need to powder that down. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with another new thing that I bought since the last video, which is Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I've got this in shade 1, whatever that is, probably fair. Shade 1 Fair Pale. I think there's only like 4 shades of this, which isn't great. It doesn't add a huge amount of coverage, but it does add a lovely finish. I'm just going to use this Real Techniques massive fluffy brush that I absolutely love. I've had it for ages. Oh, look how pale it is. That's almost white. I have actually had this before. Didn't remember it being so pale. And I'm just going to put this kind of in my T-zone, just to powder that down, so I feel like a human again and not like an oil slick. And then I'm going to go in with some more new stuff. Yes, I would normally put this much makeup on. So the next thing is bronzer. I don't have a new powder bronzer. I'm still desperately trying to use up this. Well, is it gone? Would this be gone in your book? Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love it so much. But I'm just going to very lightly put this around the perimeter of my face. Oh, I love the smell. This is just going to bring a little bit of colour back where it's now hiding under my foundation. I would normally do this, like my everyday foundation is Glossier? Which one do you use? Put that in the comments. Glossier, with an A on the end. Glossier, or Glossier, with an R on the end. The foundation that I would normally use is their Skin Tint, which is very sheer. This is like my perfect colour bronzer. If they ever stop making it, I wouldn't be very happy. Although I'd probably just about get by with Charlotte Tilbury's. Although my life cannot be full of Charlotte Tilbury stuff. Next is blusher. New blusher. I've got this Sunny blusher from Benefit. This is the coral one. Warm coral blush. I'm going to give this a try. I love this sort of colour. It's right up my street. Oh, it is so powdery. I mean, look. Oh my god. So much powder. And again, just like I did with the liquid blush, I'm going to start from this outer corner where I don't mind it being too much and very softly come in to the centre of my face. Did that do anything? Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That's a lovely colour, actually. That, I love that. I would have been incredibly disappointed if Benefit had come out with pore blushes after having absolutely excellent blush game for the last few years. I really like that. Oh, but look at this. I just think it's such a waste of product. And like, does it go off if I just leave it there? But I'm going to for next time, you know? So that's blush. We've got bronzer. Next is a highlighter. I have pulled a proper golden oldie out of my drawer today. Who remembers Merry Loumaniser? This is by TheBalm. So I'm just going to take a really fluffy little brush. I'm going to use this Spectrum one. And I'm just going to pop this on the high points of my cheek. And the idea is that this will melt off at some point and that Charlotte Tilbury one will come peeking through. And then just pop a bit up here. I am going to do something with my eyes in a minute. That's everything, isn't it? Don't you hate it when you do your makeup and realise you've forgotten something? I am just going to put a spritz of setting spray on. And I'm going to use this Physician Formula You Butter Believe It. Love it. Skin Mist. Ooh, that's nice. Sat on a beach by the sea. That's beautiful. It smells amazing. It doesn't quite smell like the butter bronzer though. It's lovely though. I mean, it smells really nice. Next up, we're just going to very, very, very quickly do something with my eyes. I'm not doing much, so I'm just going to pop on this MAC Soft Ochre paint pot and dab that in. And then what I like to do, like just when it's a work day, and I just want to have something on my eyes, is I use the powder bronzer that I've used and the highlighter that I've used on my eyes. So I'm just going to take my butter bronzer and a small fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop this in the crease. Almost like draws it all together because this colour's already on your face. Nothing too special. And then I'm going to take that Merry Loumaniser and I'm just going to put it on my finger and then just pop that on my eyelids just for a little bit of shimmer. I have got my new Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I love this stuff. However, now I'm very sad that I've opened it properly for the first time. I now have like 3 months to use it. Oh, I haven't curled my lashes. Curl them lashes. I absolutely love that new mascara feel. This is where I normally get my mascara all over my eyeshadow. I have got with me those 2 Powder Kiss lipsticks from my last video. One of them is quite red and the other one is quite pink. So I think I might have to just try these on top of each other and see if we end up with something that's not really that pink but not really that red. Let me just take my foundation and whatnot off my lips. Let's do the red one first. This is called Work Work Work. It's kind of a red with a bit of orange in it. It looks really red on the monitor, but it has got a bit more orange in it. So we'll give this a try. I haven't got any liner, so wish me luck. I understand why they call it Powder Kiss. It is so light. And if I had to describe it, I would say it feels like I put powder on my lips. I love new lipsticks. They're so easy to control when they've got a really sharp point. I quite like that. Although it's a bit red. Let's just have a bit of reverence in the middle. I like my sign in the background too, but stop focusing on it. That's nice. I don't necessarily think all my makeup matches, but I actually quite like this. I'm very aware of how white my face looks on the screen. If I don't manage to correct that when I'm editing, I'm just going to turn my light down a bit so maybe you get a little bit more of a realistic view of what this actually looks like. This is probably a better interpretation of what this looks like. I wouldn't necessarily call this lipstick hydrating. It does feel like a powder. I'm not going to be wearing it all day. It's about 9 PM and I've got a couple of more things to film. But it feels okay. It will come off in a heartbeat. But it does feel like a powder. It's really lightweight. So if you don't like a greasy, sloppy lipstick, not that that's really what lipsticks are, but if you don't like a greasy lipstick, then you might actually really like this. But it does feel like a matte lipstick, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's been all my new stuff. I think I've liked everything. Oh, except for the smell of that Glossier Future Dew. Yeah, no, don't like that smell. But other than that, I think I liked pretty much everything here. The foundation will have to stand the test of time. I'll try it properly for a full day when I go out and about and report back on how good that is. But so far, so good. The only thing that really disappointed me with this actual haul are these Real Techniques brushes. Look, they're shedding. They've had one wash and they're shedding already. So yeah, it's just a bit of a disappointment. Also for the fact that they're just so hard to get back to that original yellow colour. So they looked great when I first bought them, but that's just not going to last forever. But either way, that's been it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. First one of these I've ever done. So I hope you've enjoyed this and hopefully we'll have many more of these to come in the future. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up button. And if you really enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. And I will catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.